Good evening and welcome inside the K-Dome, what is affectionately the home turf of the Air Academy High School boys soccer team, whom they will be taking on Pine Creek's Eagles in a District 20 matchup. Good evening. My name is Brian German. I'm alongside Dave Toller for this one, and Pine Creek is a 5A team, Air Academy is a 4A team, but this is usually a pretty good matchup whenever these two teams get together, Dave, and Air Academy coming off a stellar year last year.
Yeah, they really are, Brian. This should be a great game. You're seeing the best in 4A right now. Air Academy undefeated last season, 20-0. They won the state title at that 4A level. Pine Creek, a 5A team. They qualified for the state tournament last season, but a lot of turnover between both of these two teams on the roster.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit more when we get into the broadcast, but you mentioned Pine Creek making the state playoffs. They were 5-1 in league, and I think Coach Ben Corley, does a great job getting his team prepared for that league season so that they can make the playoffs. Air Academy, no one really gave them much to worry about except for maybe that state championship game last year, and they just rolled through everybody. It'll be interesting to see if the Cadets still have that same zeal after winning a state championship.
Well, and they should. They've got their goaltender coming back who started every game last season, and they have one of the best players in the state. We'll talk about him throughout the broadcast. Thaddeus doing 16 goals last season, and he'll be running the midfield today for the Cadets.
Pine Creek has had a lot of turnover, but like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later. Stick around. We got kickoff from this one from the K-Dome at Air Academy High School right after this on 20 TV. Welcome back to Air Academy High School. Brian German alongside Dave Toller, and getting set for this one. Quickly, I'm going to run through the starting lineups. First for the homestanding Cadets from Air Academy. Thomas Beatty, the senior captain, will be in the pipes for the Cadets, and then we'll go in numerical order. Aiden Schwenke, Cameron Hooker, Dylan Cornejo, Kelton Hooker, Thaddeus Dewing, Cedric English, Jeff Newbacher, Andrew Hess, Mason Shandy, and Braden Johnswall, the other captain for the Cadets. And on the Pine Creek side, in the pipes will be Eli Young, a junior goalkeeper for the Eagles. And then we'll have Mitch Frost, Justin Abate, Jake Peters, Trey Mossman, Carter Esterly, Christian Sequist, Evan McAllister, Jackson Isaacs, Will Jones, and Nick Appleton. And if those names sound unfamiliar to you Pine Creek fans, there's a reason for that. Lots of turnover on this team. They lost 10 players to graduation and even more, right, Dave?
Yeah, they sure did. 16 players from last season are no longer with them. 10 have graduated. 6 others for just a variety of different reasons. Some are academic, some are because of injuries, some wanted to focus on school, but almost a completely entirely different roster for this Pine Creek team coming into this season.
So we'll see how well Ben Corley's got these guys ready. He seemed pretty optimistic when he told us before the game about these players. He loves their attitude this season. I want to give a quick shout out to Paul Isaacs and Phyllis Gunderson for watching us tonight. Thanks for watching us, guys. Hopefully we'll do you good, I guess. Just about ready to kick off, and Pine Creek takes possession right off the bat. Cadets quickly cut it off and come back the other way. Hooker to Schwenke, who pushes it back, and the Cadets will try and gain the other side of the field.
A couple of new players on the back line here for Air Academy. They do return their captain, their senior Braden Johnswald, number 22. You'll get a good look at him tonight, but 2 new players on the back line for the Cadets.
Nice cutoff there by Evan McAllister on the far side for the Eagles, but the Cadets quickly re-grab possession. They'll move it ahead. Pine Creek laying back defensively so far. Will Jones headed back, and he'll kick it to Eli Young in goal. Young moves the ball nicely, gets it back out to midfield. Quickly running with the ball right there, Christian Sequist. Sequist pushing Cadets over, and there's a foul. Trey Mossman goes to the ground, and they'll keep it alive. Inside, Nick Appleton is cut off. Good job by those new defenders there for the Cadets. This is Thaddeus Dewey. Pushed it a little too far forward, but the Cadets right now maintaining most of the possession of this game. Trey Mossman, Pine Creek has always been a team, Dave, that likes to take their time and just kind of wear a team down a little bit and then shoot for an opening.
Well, and before the game, Coach Corley from Pine Creek told us the midfield is going to be the key to the game. Who can control the midfield at the best throughout the game? He mentioned Air Academy throughout the years. They're at their strongest right down the middle. Pine Creek feels like if they can control the midfield, they have a good chance to come out and win this game.
That was Christian Sequist with a shot on goal. Easy save for Thomas Beatty. Beatty, a seasoned veteran, is there. Academy. The Cadets won the state championship in overtime, 1-0 last year. And Beatty saw quite a few shots on him that day.
Well, he had a great season last year, though. He started all 20 games. 8 of those games, he had a shutout, made 53 saves on the season. So Thomas Beatty coming off a great year. On the flip side of that, in goal for Pine Creek, Eli Young, his first year as a starter. He played in just 1 game last season, played 18 minutes, made a save in reserve in a game against Palmer Ridge, but the first time he's seen the field full-time as varsity player.
Mitch Frost working along the outside down there on the end line. The Cadets able to kick it out. No corner kick yet, and it comes to Nick Appleton. Appleton forces the issue inside to Sequist. And Dewing cuts him off there. Cadets trying to run. Cut right back. And the Eagles continue to put an assault on here. Andrew Hess with the block right there, but the Eagles will keep possession. Carter Esterly out on the corner for Frost again. Frost going to send the ball in there. Good job defensively by the Cadets, and Mason Shandy back playing D. Now they push it forward, and here comes Thaddeus Dewing. Dewing's got Dylan Cornejo on the right. Dewing with a nice move, goes to the ground, no call. Keeps possession. This kid is something else to watch. And back out front it comes to Jeff Newbacher. And out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cadets.
Boy, and Brian, as you were talking about Thaddeus Dewing, we mentioned his season last year, 16 goals, 36 points, and you just watch the control that he has as he's going through traffic, ends up gaining a lot of real estate for his team.
Shelton Hooker now on the side. Trying to gets it over to Newbacher. Hooker working on the baseline. Can't get it to go. Good job defensively there for Pine Creek. But it'll stay with the Cadets as it was kicked out of bounds by Will Jones.
Well, as you mentioned, all of those points that were scored by Dewing last season, a lot of points are missing from that Air Academy team. Luke Louthan is out with an injury. The senior had 44 points last season, but he will not play tonight. He wasn't dressed before the game.
Look out, coming inside again. Nice pass down. Good block right there by Carter Esterly, who was back defensively for the Eagles. And now pushing it forward, Christian Sequist gets it on the sideline. They're going to look for a nice cross here. Let's see if he can get one off. He does. Sends it inside. It'll go back to the other side. Evan McAllister going to try and play it there, and the Eagles will regroup as it gets kicked out of bounds, and a good job defensively by Newbacher.
Boy, what a great run by Sequist, though. Here's a look at that shot and that block right there, and that's what led. Quick transition. Here comes Sequist right at you. Makes two nice moves to get it all the way down the field for the Eagles.
Frost on the outside, kicked again out of bounds by Newbacher. Frost with the throw in. Comes out to Jake Peters. And quickly back as Jones sends it back in. Just missed on the header. Nice tackle there by Hooker, but he can't keep possession. Now he gets it back. Trey Mossman. Players running with him. That ball ricochets inside. Beatty comes out and takes it. Boy, that was a dangerous play as Justin Abate was running in on him, but a great play by Beatty.
And again, all that experience that he's gained over the last couple of years, a team captain, knows when to stay back, knows when to go, made a great decision right there.
Hess in the midfield. Pushes it forward, another cutoff right there. Pine Creek doing a great job defensively against this very, very potent Cadet team. Moving ahead, Esterly. Hooker cuts him off. They'll push it forward, and here comes Thaddeus Dewing. Tries to come up the sideline with it, and it's going to be Air Academy ball.
Boy, before the game, we had an opportunity to talk to both of these coaches. You talk about some veteran coaches. 16th season for Espen Hosen over at Air Academy. At Pine Creek, Ben Corley in his 19th season. A couple of guys that have been around this league and around the game for an awful long time, and we had the pleasure to chat with them a little bit. They gave us so much information. Don't know if we can get it all in the broadcast, but certainly thank you to those two coaches for all the information that they provided us.
That's your job, right?
Absolutely.
Get that stuff in? Okay. Just making sure.
I'll do my best.
Beatty sends this one up the field for Dewing. Dewing with a nice stop. Good job defensively there as Dewing has to give it back up. He'll get it back on the sideline. Now push to the middle. Good push there. Kelton Hooker. Kelton Hooker with a nice move. Nice scoot forward to Dewing. Dewing goes down. No call. Or was there a call? I heard a whistle.
Yeah, there was a call, definitely. And, boy, nice play. And we'll watch the touches coming through. There's the hit in the back as Thaddeus Dewing goes down on the play. The whistle did blow, and foul was called on the play.
Justin Abate going to be called for that foul. And so Air Academy will set up here for a free kick. And Pine Creek's going to be right in front of that ball trying to set up the wall.
I think based on where they are right now, they're going to move that wall back just a little.
The officials, of course, still writing it down. Got to take care of all that, all the duties when there's a foul. Make sure it's all notated.
Boy, great use of the body, though, by Thaddeus Dewing. He knew he had the defender on his back and just would not let him gain position. Did a great job of shielding him away as he was trying to play that ball and ends up drawing the foul on the play.
So Kelton Hooker is going to set up over the ball. Dewing is to the left. He does have Newbacher behind. Strange placement here. We'll see if they can. I don't know if you can even get this ball up in the air for a header or not here, but we'll see. Kelton Hooker might try and bend this. Now Aiden Schwenke steps in there. Love to do this. Make sure you don't know who's going to kick it. Here comes Hooker. Sends it. Oh, wow, what a great job. And there's a goal, an easy one for Air Academy. Cameron Hooker picks up the rebound and puts it in.
Oh, nice job. What a great save that started it all by Pine Creek's goaltender Eli Young with a diving save, and then Cameron Hooker sneaking in on the backside. Here's another look at it. There's the diving save. It comes over in front. You'll see Cameron Hooker come in off the back of his heel, taps it in. The Cadets go up 1-0.
And that looked to me like the Cedric English may have gotten the assist on that one off of the beautiful save. It was English who's a transfer from Germany, transfer student from Germany with a beautiful assist, wide open Cameron Hooker. And Air Academy is excited because they're up 1-0. And Coach Hosen told us before the game they were excited to play on this turf. It's the very first game on this brand new AstroTurf here at the K-Dome. Used to be grass, and he told us used to wear out in about a month.
Yeah,
this is not going to wear out.
No, he just said he was so grateful to be playing on this turf, and they've had the opportunity all preseason to be on this, to get used to it, to get the feel of it. And, boy, they came out. You love the way they crashed the net. And they didn't all stand around after that save was made. They kept playing it, and they take the early lead in this game.
Nice job by the captain, Johnswold, to kick that one out of harm's way. And the Eagles trying to get an equalizer here. Sundquist sends it ahead to Isaacs. And now on the wing to Nick Adams, who's in the game. He sends a nice cross in there, but no touch for the Eagles. Frost now sends it deep, and there's no one going to rush in for that one. Nick Appleton was down there, realized he couldn't get to toward that ball, and Beatty makes the easy save. A little bit of forward pressure here for the Eagles as they try and keep the K-Dads back in their own end.
Well, Ben Corley told us before the game as well that last season Air Academy won that game 6-0, but he said the final score was misleading because it was just a segment of about 5 minutes that really cost the K-Dads last year.
It was a push ahead again, and Cameron Hooker puts both hands on his head and says, oh, man, we might have missed an opportunity there, where he was running along with Dewing and Cornejo.
So you know that Coach Corley's reminding his team of that last year. Hey, we didn't get that ball cleared out of danger. They capitalized. We got to stay in this, stay focused, and not make mistakes, because if we do, this KDET team will pounce on them.
Eli Young sends it deep. It's going to go off the Cadets and stay with Pine Creek. Mitch Frost on the wing. And the Eagles may reverse field, and they do so. Esterly in the middle. Sends it wide on the side. They'll back it up to Frost. He'll send it in there. There's a head. Just missing the head, and a good job again by the captain to get it out of there, Braden Johnswold.
And both of these teams want to use the width of the field. The only goal came off a free kick, but you just saw Pine Creek right there. They want to take everybody wide, throw it right back in, and try to get across, get a header. They had a great opportunity right there, but a nice play by Johnswold, the defender for the Cadets.
Ben Corley and his teams have always been good at those crosses. Nice passes in there. You get a head, you get a foot on that ball, and you never know. If you get enough bodies in there, it can ricochet around. You just got to be ready to push it by the keeper. Johnswold forward to Schwenke. Stolen away. Esterly. He's going to try and keep it in the middle, but Johnswold steals it from him. And here come the Cadets. They'll push it forward. Thaddeus Dewing on the wing, but just a little bit faster was Justin Abate. Not cleared far enough, though, and the Eagles have to come back for it. Here again comes Sequist, stolen away by, that is Cameron Hooker. The brothers Hooker on the field. Cameron and Kelton.
And it was Christian that graduated after last season, was their leading scorer with 45 points. So, you know, they're missing him, but the younger brothers are picking up the slack.
Moving in, Sequist blocked in front. A good job there. And again, I am impressed so far by the Air Academy defenders. Mason Shandy doing a great job. Gets it over to Johnswold. Can't say enough about Shandy so far. I mean, one of the newer players on that back half for Air Academy, doing a good job.
He's been so active, and well, it seems like early in this game, Pine Creek has really done a good job of setting up their offense. Air Academy has had opportunities in transition, but a lot of the game has been played in that Air Academy end.
Cornejo looking. He's going to send this one inside. Kelton Hooker can't get there fast enough. Eli Young comes out and plays it. It'll quickly send it out to Nick Adams, the freshman defenseman for this team. Coach Corley was talking to us about him before the game, saying people can't believe he's a freshman because he's got a big body out there. Frost on the wing. Push it back. Will Jones. Pine Creek's done a good job distributing the ball, trying to attack on each flank.
And being very patient with it as well, as we watch him right here pass it across through the midfield as Air Academy is trying to get set up, but being very, very patient, very deliberate in what they're doing. And here they try to send it all the way across, and again, trying to use the width of that field.
Nick Adams forward to Isaacs. Isaacs, nice touch back to Adams, but it's stolen away by Hooker. And Schwenke in the middle of the field wins that battle and keeps pushing it forward. Now he'll kick it way forward, and no threat to Eli Young, who comes out and plays it.
And here on the near side, Thaddeus Dewing looked over and kind of put his hands up in the air. Dewing had pulled up, the ball went deep and was played easily by the keeper.
Abate sends this one over to Adams. Quickly into Esterly. You can hear the Cadet student body getting into the game. Sequist gets that ball back. Nice touch, but again, it's knocked out of there. Andrew Hess this time getting involved defensively. So Isaacs will get the throw in. Jackson Isaacs is a sophomore defender for Pine Creek.
And another nice play in the midfield by Christian Seefeld, a senior for Pine Creek. Their top returning scorer last season, 6 goals, 3 assists, 15 points on the year, and he's been active. We've seen him out on the wing. We've seen him running through the midfield. He's just one of those players, he can play anywhere he wants.
Great throw in by Isaacs, but Sequist couldn't quite get to it. Pine Creek keeps possession. On the wing, trying to get Frost going, and he's pushed off the ball and down, and they will keep it to Air Academy. A great job by Cedric English.
Sure was. They're going to let him play a little bit over there.
Is that what you call that?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Pine Creek now with possession. And again, they will bring Isaacs over. He's got some good arms. He got that one into the box last time. We'll see if he can do it from this side. He's looking inside. He's got Sequist in there. Throws it in. Sequist, head up. There it is. Oh! Beatty had a save right there, but a great opportunity for Caleb Dodge for the Eagles. He was inside, and I thought he almost had a goal.
Boy, if he gets anything on that, there's a good shot of Caleb Dodge right there, who's in a great spot. Here comes the throw in. You'll see Sequist goes after it, gets a piece. There's Dodge. Boy, what a great hands there by the goaltender Beatty to deflect that up and out of play.
Beatty had his back to the play, but the presence of mind to turn around and be ready, and his hands were up, and he was able to get that save. A good job by the senior goalkeeper. And again, Pine Creek going to keep the pressure on. Esterly sending it back. Sequist in the middle. Sequist and Esterly. Esterly goes down. No call there. Nice touch forward. Look out. This is Isaacs back to Sequist. He wanted it. Nice move. Almost got a shot off. Johnswald's there, and he plays it again. Johnswald with a block and then a play, and here's a shot. And it won't go for Esterly as Beatty's right there with the save.
Couple of great chances on the last 2 runs by Pine Creek. One came off the throw-in, and here we'll take a look at it. Here comes the shot right here, blocked. Pine Creek stays with it, but there's Beatty to make another save, his 5th save already in this game.
Carter Esterly, the junior midfielder, thought he had a goal. Good attempt, and they just got to keep pressure on Thomas Beatty. You know, Espenhosen told us, you know, they have a lot of firepower on this team, and everybody knows about Thaddeus Dewing and the Hooker brothers, but what they also take pride in is in not giving up goals. And they do a really good job defensively, and when they break down, Thomas Beatty always seems to be there.
Yeah, sure has been, and you've seen that a lot. It seems like Pine Creek has had the ball for the majority of this first half, and they got to feel like we're doing everything we possibly can to get a goal. They've got some quality shots on goal. Thomas Beatty has been very good in the net, and for Pine Creek and Ben Corley, his team, he's just got to tell his guys, hey guys, just stick with it. Keep doing what you're doing. You're controlling the pace of the play. You're getting scoring chances. Eventually something will go in for us.
So Sequist comes out of the game, and into the game for Pine Creek is to Jimmy Kinch. More on him in a minute. Here's a nice push forward, and that's blocked out of there by Johnswald. Pushing it ahead is Schwenke for Air Academy. Dewing trying to pick up the pieces, but Pine Creek is right there. Adams plays it off the Cadets. It'll be Eagle ball. And a little bit more about DJ Kinch. He is a transfer from Haiti. DeJimmy is his name. D-J-I-M-M-Y. Coach Corley told us before the game sometimes he calls him DJ Immy. And he says he's got a great sense of humor, and he likes that. So don't be surprised if you hear that again tonight. Over to Mitch Frost. Eagles moving it forward. That's Caden Bishop in the middle now. Just trying to get it through, and the Cadets pinch him off. Frost now comes up and gets it. Back to Jake Peters and further back to Will Jones. Jones and Frost have been playing catch back there, back and forth most of the night. Now Jones comes the other side.
And it's working for them. They're being very patient and taking their time, and they're setting it up. They're moving it the width of the field, and eventually they get it down deep.
Nice front pass, but again, a good job defensively by Mason Shandy getting that ball to Beatty, who just kicks it out of there, and Pine Creek will retain possession.
He wanted to make sure that ball was out of play, and it was. It was up in the stands. You get a shot of one of the kids up there throwing it back in play. There was no doubt about that one. That was getting up and out.
He was trying to hit little Toller in
he
here.
was.
What's going on?
Came close. I was ready for it.
A throw in for Pine Creek. And here comes Thaddeus Dewing. He's got the whole team to beat. Nice job taking it away from him. Good ball tackle right there by Justin Abate. Thaddeus Dewing going to show off his footwork right here. Gets it by to Jimmy. Move it forward on the other side. Newbacher. Cadets gradually gaining ground here. Nice job splitting two defenders there, and we'll come back to Johnswald. Hooker again. He scored the only goal so far today. And a nice long kick by Justin Abate down the field. The race is on. Look out. That was a tough play right there as Caden Bishop was moving in on Thomas Beatty, and he was able to kick it out of there. I tell you, Pine Creek continues to just attack the goal, and they're doing a great job. You have patience, but every time they get that opportunity, they're right there.
They sure are, and they're also doing it by keeping bodies back. And the last time Air Academy pushed across the midfield, I look back, there were 4 white jerseys lined up at the 20-yard line. Nobody was getting behind them. They're doing a good job pushing it up on offense, but also getting back on D.
There's a shot, and it's going to be wide, but Beatty's going to play it anyway. That shot by Danny Cho, who's in the game for the Eagles as well. As Ben Corley getting a lot of work from his bench now. Beatty just going to keep this one in play as we come down to the final 20 minutes of the first half. Knocked away. Here comes the Jimmy Kinch. He'll push it to the outside. Nice tackle there. Pushes it ahead, but it's stolen away by Hooker. Stolen right back. Justin Abate. Cho pushes it wide over to Frost. Frost surveys the situation, tries to send it into the middle. A little bit of a push there on Esterly. Johnswell gets away with it. And the Cadets come away with the ball. Cornejo tried to send that one in there. Goes off the back of an Eagle defender. Picked up now. Coming in is Aiden Schwenke. Schwenke takes a shot and a dive and a nice catch. Right there by Eli Young in the goal for the Eagles.
Yeah, good job by Schwenke. There's a good shot of him right there as he's jogging back. Puts it on goal. There's the shot, diving save, and then the ball almost got up over the top of him. Nice play by Eli Young, rolling over, grabbing it and holding on.
Good to see Young. You said it's his first year and starting in goal. He's done a good job so far. You can't fault him on that first one. There was just a lot of traffic. The ball bounced was sent to the opposite side. Not much you can do about that.
No, and he did all he could. It all started with that diving save that he made, and he kept the first shot out, but the next one found its way in.
Jones sends it over to Nick Adams, pushes it forward to Kinch. Kinch trying to get it down in the corner, and that one's going to go out.
Well, and Brian, as you mentioned, to Jimmy Kinch, one of 5 freshmen on this Pine Creek team, and Ben Corley told us before the game that he can't remember any year when he's had more than 2 freshmen play on the varsity. That's how much turnover they've got. They've got 5 freshmen, 2 of them already seeing quality minutes into Jimmy Kinch, and also Caden Bishop, who came in to play the midfield. He's also getting a lot of minutes early in this game.
So your name's Dave. You got a son named Jimmy. Want to know if your wife ever is looking for Jimmy and gives him the Jimmy?
Yeah, we should have went
Does
with
it
that.
happen?
It should have went. He's the Jimmy. I like it.
I don't need to. Again, we say, did Jimmy Kinch from Haiti? And Corley loves him. Says his sense of humor and is just great. And we got a mass substitution now. As for Pine Creek, more players come back into the game. Esterly comes back in, as well as Matt Abate in this game for the first time. Trey Mossman back in the game. He started. And they'll throw it in and keep working. Will Jones. Will Jones is really the keeper of the offense so far in this half. He just surveys the situation, and Air Academy just wants to lay back. Now they push it. Cornejo on the run. And Will Jones right there to cut him off and keep possession of that ball, let it go out of bounds. It's going to stay with Pine Creek. Good job against Dylan Cornejo there.
And just as you were talking, Brian, about the way he's been playing offense and just controlling the pace of the play, staying back, being patient, making good decisions, going from one side to the other, and all of a sudden he turns around and makes a good defensive play on the other end.
We have a timeout. Evan McAllister for Pine Creek is down on the field. They're giving him some attention right now. Let's go ahead and take a break. 17:07 left first half. Or wait, hold on, Director Rob Parrish. He's up faster than I thought he would. Let's stay right here. And maybe just got, what happens to a lot of these soccer players. We get kicked in the shins.
Yeah. Good. And you know what? It's been very physical out there. We've seen a few fouls called, but for the most part, these referees are letting him play. There's been some pushes, a lot of guys hitting the deck, and it is the first game of the season as well. So first time these guys have gone full speed, but he is up. He is feeling good, and we are back at play.
It'll be Will Jones to send this ball back into play, and now the Cadets come with a little bit of pressure. Jones sends it in. That's a Sean Frazier who pushes it out, and it'll go back to the Cadets. And look out, the Cadets can be very dangerous here.
They sure can. They've had a couple of quality chances, not as many as Pine Creek, but we'll see if they turn it up here late in this first half.
Newbacher gets it into Shelton Hooker. Hooker pushes it forward, comes back to Newbacher. He's got Schwenke in the middle of the field. Chooses to go to English instead. English double team there, and it's taken away by Carter Esterly. Here comes Esterly up the field. Johnswall's got his eyes on him. He's got players with him. Danny Cho running along with him, and he goes down. And they are going to call that. Looked like, almost looked like he got pushed halfway down. Cedric English will be called for the foul. Esterly with a good draw.
Here's a good look at it right here. Just a little shove in the back, and especially when it's the guy carrying the ball, he's going to get that call every time, and another free kick opportunity here for Pine Creek.
We will see. This is a good position, interesting position. They'll have Esterly as well as Caden Bishop down inside. Some of your taller players. We'll see if they can't get someone in there. Here comes the kick by Jones, and Beatty. An easy save. Jones thought he might have been able to just drive that one to the right of the keeper, but he was there.
And didn't really get any traffic down low, and Beatty had to go up and make a good save. That was a good shot, but no other white jerseys around. When Air Academy got their goal, the only goal of the game, and we'll take a look at it here. There's the save by Beatty, but again, look, all the blue jerseys, great job collapsing, keeping everybody away from their goalie. Air Academy's goal in this game came on a rebound off of a free kick. They did get bodies inside, and they got a rebound goal.
Ball free at midfield. Cho going against Hooker. Hooker comes up with it, sends it way on the side, and it'll go out of bounds as Jeff Newbacher couldn't run it down. And Pine Creek will come back the other way with it. A Sean Frazier.
Good hustle getting back there by Pine Creek. That was Nick Appleton that was able to get in and force that ball out of bounds and give the throw in to his teammate there over on the far side.
They'll come back to Jones. He'll use his big leg and get it up the field, looking for Carter Esterly. Esterly has it knocked away from him by Johnswald, but that amazing how quickly Pine Creek can move that ball all the way up the field.
Boy, when you have a leg like that, you can gain a lot of territory quickly.
Bishop blocks that shot right there, but look out, here comes Thaddeus Doing. A couple players on him. Nice job defensively there by Abate to knock it away, and they're going to call a foul as Doing went down. Pine Creek fans don't like it. Air Academy fans do.
When you make that call as an official, there's always somebody that likes you, right?
Sure.
Half the crowd likes you, half doesn't. There's a good shot at Thaddeus Dewing was taken down on that play, and Air Academy will take possession in the midfield.
Thaddeus was limping a little bit, and now he seems to be okay. Here it is again.
There's a good shot of it right there. Just a 50-50 ball. Two guys went in and played it and took that kick right off the shin, right off the ankle.
So Braden Johnswald's going to take the free kick. At least it's the way it appears. Mason Shandy on his left. Johnswald sends the ball in there, and Esterly easily steps up and takes it out. Will Jones now sending it forward. Look at the running by Bishop for the Eagles. And that's off of Johnswald. And again, Pine Creek goes from being deep in their own territory to just past midfield. They'll push it forward. A good job keeping possession there, but the Cadets quickly squelch that off. That he's doing, trying to take control here. Does so with his head. He's on a race. He's got Corneo with him. Nice move by Dewing. Shot. A nice save by Eli Young, but what footwork by Thaddeus Dewing.
Well, it really was, and he set this up perfectly. Again, using his body as that ball gets over the head of the defender. Dewing gets in. Nice move right there. Just a little bit of space, and he puts it on goal. Nice save by Eli Young, his fourth of the game.
And I'm sure Thad wants that one back. He should have went into one post or another, went right at the goalkeeper, made a pretty easy save for Eli Young. And here comes Shelton Hooker. Moving it ahead. Dewing can't get that one, but Hooker can, and they're going to call Dewing this time for the slide tackle a little bit out of the way. So he got the call last time. Justin Abate will take it for Pine Creek.
Well, in that time, that was Thaddeus Dewing, who was trying to just sneak up from behind. I don't think anybody really saw where he was, and he came in, ends up getting called for the foul. And again, Pine Creek, another big kick all the way down.
Here comes Jackson Isaacs. Taken away from him by Cornejo. Cornejo tries to get it back. Isaacs blocks that one back, but it'll be a goal kick for the Cadets.
Yeah, just going right off of the leg that time of Isaacs. He got right in the passing lane, and, well, that ball deflected back about 15 yards and went over the goal line.
So Thomas Beatty is going to size this one up. We'll see if he can get it back up the field. But so far today, if this game was still 0-0, Air Academy gets the fortunate bounce on the free kick. If this game is still 0-0, you'd say that Pine Creek appears to be winning the game.
I would agree. They've had more time of possession. They've had more quality chances, but yet that one chance that Air Academy did have, they ended up putting it away, and that one goal is standing up right now.
Here comes Cameron Hooker pushing it forward to his brother, Kelton. Gets it back to Cameron. Now across to Schwenke. Can't get it. Good job by Frost to cut that one off, and unfortunately he's going to kick it out of bounds, and the Cadets will maintain possession.
Yeah, he had his teammate Esterly over there, but he got a late start. He was running back on defense. By the time he stopped, changed direction, came back, he wasn't able to collect that pass, so it goes out of play.
That is Dewing. Sends it to the center to Andrew Hess. Hess, long ball. Nice job looking on the outside for Newbacher. Newbacher chases it down. He's guarded by Frazier and now picked up by Frost. He'll come back up top. And it cannot handle the pass inside. That was Andrew Passon trying to handle that one from Andrew Hess.
Well, it was good work by Hess in the midfield, though. That ball came through just a little too hot to handle. But the previous one over the top of the defender, back into the far right corner, great pass by Hess. Just Air Academy not able to capitalize, and a goal kick here for Eli Young.
Nice. Gets a lot of leg into that one. Frost sends it forward, but it'll be out of bounds and should be Cadet ball. Picked up by Cedric English. How did Espen say to say that? Because he's from German?
He made sure to say it was not English, it was English.
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 English. Sequist can't handle it. Hess comes up with it. Nice steal there by Bishop. Gets it back to Esterly. Cho now with it. And they'll send it over to Jackson Isaacs. Isaacs tried to push that one forward. No call. Here comes the Cadets. That's pushed in there. Eli Young going to come out and play it. Wow. That was pretty dangerous as well, as Passan was running in quickly on him.
Sure was. He came out a long way, but a nice play and just one of those plays you don't talk about very often. Will Jones just getting in front of Passan and cutting him off as he's not able to get to that ball. The ball rolled in and was taken by Young, but that's one of those plays that you look and you say, boy, what a good veteran play that was by the defender, Will Jones.
Cho sends it forward. He's got Bishop on the run. Caden Bishop can't do much with it. Sequist is right there. Tried to get it up in the air. A little too far, I think. But Pine Creek keeps it. Carter Esterly. There's a shot up high and over the head, but a nice attempt there by Jake Peters on the far side.
Oh, he sure was. And Peters had all his momentum moving in. Nice touch by Esterly. He had his back to the net. He couldn't do a whole lot with it, but he pushes it up. There was the first touch. There's Peters. Sends it in, just tries to lob it over the goalie's head. Just a little too much.
Beatty was right there with it. If he had taken some off, I think Beatty could have played that one. Now inside, Jones. Haven't called his name in a while. Pushing it forward to Frost. Taken back by English. Excuse me.
Got to make sure we get that one right.
Yes. Cho with some nice moves. Gets it up to Peters. Now pushing it forward. This is Sequist. Sequist centering. Oh, they tried to set up Cho with a nice touch pass there. Evan McAllister did. Didn't get there. Now this ball's bouncing inside, and Beatty handles it, and he wants to slow it down. A lot of times you'll see a keeper just come out and get going, but there's no need to do that when you've got the lead, and it's 1-0 Air Academy.
Absolutely. Take a little time off that clock, and you know that Pine Creek's been very patient, so Air Academy wants to play at their tempo.
Passan sends it. Look at, Dewing almost handled that one. That is a great job by Eli Young to come out and make sure that he got possession of that ball, because if Thaddeus Dewing gets it, that's a goal.
This is a goaltender in his first career start, folks, against one of the best players in the state, and he comes out and smothers that ball. That's a great play by Eli Young.
Inside 4 minutes now left here in the first half. See if the Eagles can get the equalizer. Frazier sends it in. And now a long pass ahead looking for Frost, but it's knocked out of bounds, knocked away by Johnswald. Great job keeping it inbounds, and he goes down, and it's going to be Air Academy ball.
Well, the Pine Creek coach, Ben Corley, was talking about his goaltender, Eli Young, and he said he's a very technical goalkeeper. He has good feet, but he's always going to be in the right position. But tell you what, he's taken a couple of gambles tonight when he's come out on those loose balls and has played them perfectly.
And another cadet goes down. That's English over there on the side. And we're going to get a foul called on Sequist. Now speaking with the umpire, you see the yellow card. Sequist can't believe it. He's going to have to come out of this game.
He was standing right there by the official and maybe said a little too much as he gets the yellow card. And there goes Christian Sequist walking back toward his bench.
I'm not sure if we have a good look at the foul to see the yellow card. Here it is again.
Here it comes.
Wow. You know, sometimes I've seen a yellow card for cleats up near the head area, but it looked like the cleat near the head area was closer to Sequist's head. But not sure. Nonetheless, Sequist has a seat, and the Eagles will have to play without him for now. Oh, that roar you hear is the Cadet faithful.
Good support from the students here coming out. Game 1 for this Cadet team, and they are leading 1-0.
This is a bait. Justin a bait. Getting it to Isaacs on the side. Centering pass, trying inside there for Caden Bishop. Esterly coming down with it. And then that two heads hit right there. That was tough. Evan McAllister and Shelton Hooker both hit their heads. They both appear to be okay. The official coming over right now, he's going to ask them both if they're all right. And anymore in these high school sports at every level, they want to make sure there's no concussions, and I think that's what this official is just wanting to make sure they're both okay. You did see them hit heads. Give them a moment, let them catch their breath, and get back at it.
Well, and it is, two guys going hard after a ball, and they're going up in the air. That just, that's going to happen. There's going to be some contact, but nice job by the officials to make sure everybody's okay.
Hess kicks it back to English, and now Beatty sending it up. And here comes Evan McAllister. Playing it tough. Got Isaacs with him. Oh, I like the touch. Just had a little too much force to get Isaacs on the outside there.
Well, and we've seen Pine Creek do that a lot tonight. They're trying to free somebody up that's coming with some speed and just making a quick little touch pass to them, and they connected on a couple. They just missed on that one because they had a guy coming wide, and he was with speed and wide open.
There's the Cadet faithful that you see more than the ball at that moment. That is doing. Taking it to the midfield. Moving up. Passon on the left. Cornejo on the right. Cornejo comes up with it. Doing. Try to get me control, but Frost comes out of there with it. And here come the Eagles. Christian Sequist back in the game. Can't handle it. There's a long pass. Caden Bishop going to try and run it down, but Johnswald is there. And he'll touch it to Beatty, who sends it out of there. Frazier watches it go out of bounds and says, thank you very much. We'll keep the ball. 3:30 left, first half.
That last rush by Air Academy, you could see Thaddeus doing the speed and the control that he has. And when Blue 7 has the ball, he draws a crowd around him. Everybody collapsed. He made a great pass, just couldn't connect with his teammate coming down the right side.
Doing staying on side right now. They push it forward for him. And a great job by Jackson Isaacs, who comes back and gets the ball. Beat Doing to that ball and just kicks it out of bounds to stave him off for the moment. But here come the Cadets back inside. Hess sends it over to Cornejo. Nice and knocked out of there by Frazier. Oh, Bishop. Tough touch right there as the Cadets come back, but Bishop does a good job regaining possession. Now they got Frost on the outside. He's got Sequist running with him. Pushes it forward to him. Sequist does a turn. Nice move, but Hooker's right there to send it to Beatty. Beatty sends it out. Recaught again by McAllister for the Eagles. He'll look, send it inside. Frost shot. No. Offside.
Offside on the play. Boy, what a good look.
Thanks for not saying anything earlier. There was some, some tension in the air.
Boy, what a good look. There could have been a shot from the near side instead. A very unselfish play. We'll take a look at it right here. Here it comes. There's the player offside, right? Is that Sequist?
It's Sequist, I believe.
Yeah, looks like it was. He was the first guy to turn around to the referee and put his hands up. Usually that's the guy. That's the guy.
No way, no way. So it's still 1-0 Cadets, 1:58 left, first half. Jones touches on the side. Frazier now into Bishop and to Frost on the wing. Frost looking to get it to Sequist, and it's cut off nicely there defensively by Mason Shandy. Cadet defenders doing a good job so far today. But here's Thaddeus Doing at midfield. They will set up. He'll send it across to Hooker. Whoa, look at Isaacs get up. And now here's a shot and a nice save by Eli Young. The shot coming off of Andrew Passon's foot. But Young, right in good position, gets the save.
Great position. He read that all the way. Here's Passon, settles it down, and boy, look at the goaltender, Young. Perfect position. Not a lot of room for Passon to go any place. Young goes down, makes the stop, and covers it up.
Wow. How about Jackson Isaacs? He's throwing his body all over the place for the Eagles right now. Number 12, doing a great job. Hesterly gets it to Isaacs. Isaac's going to look ahead. Bishop's in the middle. How about that by Passon coming in and just taking care of that ball. The Cadet faithful love it. Time running down now. Esterly to Isaacs. Caden Bishop. Isaacs sends it in there. Didn't get enough on that one. Sequist couldn't handle it. Now Schwenke goes down. No call. They're going to keep it with the Eagles as we come down to the final 20 seconds of this first half.
Well, and again, a lot of contact on both sides. And as you talked about, Jackson Isaacs going up, jumping all over the place. Guys are hitting the deck. You love the intensity in this game.
Certainly do. It's going to be a free kick for the Eagles, or excuse me, for the Cadets. They will take their time as they send it back to Thomas Beatty. He'll probably be able to just let this clock go. 3, 2, 1. And that'll do it for the first half. And the Cadets on their brand new field have the lead at halftime. 1-0, Air Academy over Pine Creek. It's always a good game, and there's plenty of soccer left to be played. We'll be back with our halftime show in just a few minutes here on 20 TV. We are at halftime at the K-Dome on the campus of Air Academy High School. Brian German alongside Dave Toller, and the Air Academy Cadets have a 1-0 lead on Pine Creek's Eagles on their brand new turf, and it's been quite an eventful first half despite just one goal in this game, Dave.
Well, it sure has been. It was the Cadets. They jumped on the board early in this one in the 13th minute. Here's a free kick. Shelton Hooker, great save by Young, but the Cadets there to clean it up. Tapped in by Cameron Hooker, his first goal of the season.
And a nice job there by Cedric English, who got the assist on that goal. Later on, though, Pine Creek would keep the pressure on. Nice job by Dodge, but a save by Beatty off a beautiful throw-in from Isaacs. And then a little bit later, look at Esterly putting his foot into this one, but Thomas Beatty is right there. The Cadets have done a pretty good job defensively, but maybe more impressively defensively is Pine Creek, keeping Thaddeus Dewing off the board. He had 16 goals last year. Eli Young with a save there. Justin Abate with the good defense. And so far it's been a pretty good game, Dave.
It really has been. It's been a very even game. 7 shots for Air Academy, 6 shots for Pine Creek. Pine Creek controlled the play for a lot of it, but it was Air Academy that capitalized on their opportunity, and they took the 1-0 lead.
And that's where we stand at halftime. Don't go away. We'll come back, kick off the second half. Can Pine Creek come back? Can the Cadets increase their lead? You're watching District 20 Boys Soccer on 20 TV. Welcome back into the K-Dome at Air Academy High School. Brian German alongside Dave Toller. We are ready for the second half of this one. Looks like the starters relatively the same for both of these teams. And the Cadets will start with possession of this game. This is a good look at Thomas Beatty in the pipes for the Cadets, who will now be on the left side of your screen. Watching at home, Eli Young will be on the right side, in the net at the right side of your screen. Thaddeus Dewing gets us going here in the second half. And the Cadets going to try and maybe protect 1-goal lead. Let's see how they play this one. They're not typically a team that sits back and plays defense. This team likes to score. But they will just open up conservatively and get it back to Beatty. Looks like they're going to take their time. Mason Shandy with the ball in the back half. Now ahead to Cornejo. Nice touch. A good job by Hooker trying to keep it in bounds, but it'll go out. And Justin Abate will have to handle it for Pine Creek.
Boy, for the first game of the year, Brian, I thought both of these teams played very well. They played good defense. They got back. They didn't have a whole lot of holes in their game. And I thought the first half, it was Pine Creek. They had better opportunities. The second half, I thought Air Academy created a little bit of space. They got out in transition, and they had a couple of good chances. But for the first game, I thought both of these teams played very well the first half.
You lost me at first half of the first half.
The second half of the first half.
Isaacs tries to push it forward. Johnswald kicks it back out of there. Now Bates going to have to run it down. And he'll come back and go back to Eli Young. Will Jones, the defenseman back there for Pine Creek, really been running the offense so much in this game. He was earlier. There's a nice job by Frost sending it forward. Good collection down there. And a nice run, this time by Nick Appleton. Appleton's going to run to the corner, keep it in, send it to the middle, and Cadets are right there to cut it off. Another shot by Frost. That one's going to be a little bit long, and everyone watches it go. Got a little bit too much foot on that one.
Sure did, but boy, it all started with Nick Appleton. Boy, what a nice play is. He had a little touch right there at the numbers on the field, ran that ball down, took it all the way down to the corner and threw it in front. Good work by Appleton, and there's a nice shot there. The senior goaltender, Thomas Beatty, team captain, was active in that first half. 6 saves in the first half.
Punches this one out of there, trying to get it to Esterly. Gets his head on it, but it's stolen away by Newbacher. Newbacher gets it back to Johnswald. And the big leg of the captain, the other captain for the Cadets, sends it out of there, and Abate kicks it off. Oh, thought it was going to get over the fence and into the woods. But thankfully the ball is saved. Over on the far side. And
a nice play by Abate to keep that ball on the left side of his body, because on the right side was Thaddeus Dewing. They were trying to spring him free down the middle.
Cameron Hooker. Dylan Cornejo back to Cameron Hooker. Comes inside to Schwenke. And now way outside. There's a shot just over the crossbar. A good job by Andrew Hess to get a foot into that one.
Boy, and he got a lot of foot into that one. All his momentum coming right into the ball. He fired it just about a foot or so above the crossbar, but a good look there for Hess.
I was going to say 11 inches, but if you thought it was a foot, that's fine.
Foot and a half. We're a long way away. Hard to tell.
Mitch Frost. Here's another look at it. Oh, wow. Maybe I was a little...
Maybe a couple of feet.
Yes.
Look closer at full speed.
Thanks for the extra look there. Adam Parker on the replay machine, I believe, tonight. If not, it's one of 2 Adams on the replay machine. Here's Sequist. Sends it in there. Oh, nice touch, a kick by Isaacs, and Beatty comes out and plays it. A good job there is Nick Appleton and the Pine Creek Eagles just trying to get more touches inside on Thomas Beatty.
Yeah, they had a lot going east-west. They needed one touch going north-south to get something to go toward the goal. But, again, Pine Creek throwing one right into the middle and getting a little action going in front of Beatty.
A little twilight going on here. We come across 7:30 here in Colorado Springs. On the grounds of the United States Air Force Academy, where Thaddeus Dewing's brother plays soccer for the men's soccer team for the Falcons. We'll see if he can follow his brother there. Kick in there. Frost heads it out. Quickly run down. A good job by the Eagle defense. And now pushing it forward. Peters, long kick ahead, tried to get Sequist, and Johnswald's just going to send this one to the side, and Pine Creek will reset for the throw-in.
Well, you look at these two teams that know each other very well. They play each other every single season. Over the last 3 years, each team has won a game. One has ended in a tie. In the 2 years that Air Academy beat Pine Creek, those were both state championship teams for the Cadets. One of them coming last season was a 6-0 win by Air Academy.
This is Hess. Back to English. Headed back in by Frost. Sequist is there. Can Sequist gather this one? No. Johnswald right there to send it out. No foul called. They'll gather and go to Isaacs on the other side. Got a touch running, tried to get it into Esterly, but Cadets again pinching it off. Here comes Schwenke up the field. He's got Dewing with him. Nice job by Esterly. What a slide tackle. Takes that ball right away from Schwenke and pushes it forward. Here comes Sequist. In the middle, Appleton. Appleton trying to get it to Esterly, just pushed it a little bit far ahead. And Esterly says, let's go back to go forward. He wanted to get a little more control out of that, I think.
Well, he did, and he was one of the first guys to get back down. He had the slide tackle that caused the turnover, led to that rush by Pine Creek, and then he's the first guy to get down up ahead of the play. Great hustle on that play by Esterly.
Cannot hear what the Cadet fans are chanting. Beatty puts it back in action. Esterly is there. Hess cuts it off. Esterly and Dewing battle, and Dewing comes out with it. Thaddeus Dewing looks like a guy who's been using his feet on a soccer ball since birth.
And probably has been. Just look at the way he can handle it, and especially in traffic, just like you saw right there. Looked like a 50-50 ball. Could have gone either way. He comes out with it, no problem, and sends it deep.
Justin Abate pushing it forward for the Eagles. Pine Creek trying to set up. There is some space in here. They'll move it ahead. Christian Sequist now running on the opposite side. McAllister runs it down, but couldn't keep his footing. And English right there to pick it off.
Nice job to knock that ball down, and then his foot slipped just a little bit before he could get back to it.
Here comes Dewing. Running with players right with him. Gets a shot off. Oh, what a nice save. That is a great save by Eli Young, staving off that shot by Dewing.
There's another look at it. Here's Dewing with the right foot, and boy, Young was leaning to his left. You could see that. He plants the foot, dives back, and just gets enough of that one, his fingertips on it, to direct it wide of the net. But nice job by Eli Young. He has stopped Dewing, about 3 times now when he's had a good chance down low.
Pretty impressed. And not just Young, but this entire Pine Creek team. To say nothing of the Air Academy Cadets, you kind of expected them to be good again this year, coming off that state championship undefeated season. Here comes the corner kick. Cornejo sends it in low, and it's kicked out of there, and the Cadets will try and maintain possession. Sequist is back there, run over, and they're going to give it to the Cadets as Johnswald went down on a hard tackle.
Yeah, sure was. Here's another look at it right here. Sequist, he was in front of the play. What do they call that foul on? Is that 19 Appleton?
Yep.
That's Appleton. Yeah, it's pretty tough to get up and put your hands in the air after that one, but the foul is called on the play, and a free kick coming up for Air Academy.
And Dewing has the ball in his hands. We'll see if he ends up taking the kick. As the Eagles set up a wall, he may just touch it to the side. We'll see. This could be setting it up. They've got Johnswald down there deep, and Hess. Cornejo on the outside. Dewing's going to size this one up and see if he can't get it by Eli Young. That's a good look at Thaddeus. He's waiting for the official. And the official's going to check on make
distance.
sure the wall is set. Yep. And here comes Dewing. Nice ball inside Hess. There's a goal! And a great shot. Aiden Schwenke gets the second goal of the game for Air Academy's Cadets.
Oh, and look at Schwenke. How excited is he? A great job coming in on the backside. Good ball by Dewing, but hard to believe that ball got through all of those legs and bodies and everybody rushing back. Here's a look. There's the ball by Dewing. Gets through everybody untouched. There's Schwenke coming in on the back door, taps it in, 2-0 Cadets.
Not much you can do about that if you're Pine Creek. You expect that ball to hit somebody in front there. What beautiful placement by Thad Dewing.
And again, going to the net. We've seen that twice on both of the Air Academy goals. And you look at a guy like Schwenke, hey, if he holds back and waits for that ball to be touched or to rattle around in between all the legs, he doesn't get that goal. He goes crashing to the backside post. The ball ends up on his foot. He taps it in, and a 2-goal lead for the Cadets.
And Thaddeus Dewing is now in the box score with an assist. And he's playing with the ball here at midfield. Sending it back. Johnswald now as Caden Bishop forces a turnover. And here comes Pine Creek. Christian Sequist pulls it back. Looks for Esterly. Good cutoff there by Hess. Hess is going to get up and take the ball with him. Blocked by the official. And now we've got a man down, and that's going to be Carter Esterly, who's been all over the place for Pine Creek today. And here come the trainers onto the field. Christian Sequist is with Esterly right now, maybe just a cramp. Not sure what we're seeing here. But amazing, the game of soccer and just taking care or making sure you do something with the opportunities you're given. The Cadets have done a little bit more with the opportunities than Pine Creek in this game.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, they've had a couple of free kicks that have been close in, and they've capitalized on both of those. Cameron Hooker, the first one, the second goal scored by Aiden Schwenke, and again, guys going to the net now. Pine Creek has had some chances as well. They just haven't put them away, and now down 2-0, 30-34 left in this one. They have really got to push up on the offensive side, and this Air Academy team, we've talked about how good defensively they are over the year. Last season, 20 games played, they gave up only 18 goals. They had 6 shutouts last year. So they're a team, they play good defense. They don't give up a lot of goals. Going to be tough for Pine Creek to come back.
Carter Esterly, you saw, went off of his own power. And this will be Mitch Frost putting it back into play for the Eagles. Looks like he's going to send this ball deep. They're set up down there. Sends it in, and it's blocked right out front by the Cadets, and Thaddeus Dewing comes back with it. Stolen away by Frost. Frost looks ahead. Nice job by Sequist. It's going to be Isaacs bringing it down, but it offsides. And a little bit of an argument there by Bishop on the inside. But were there more white jerseys to the left?
Well, awful close, and it might have been Sequist again. The offside call late in the first half was Sequist got in a little bit too deep. Nice ball to go cross field and go all the way over on the far side, but that time just Sequist a little too far ahead of the play, gets called for offside.
Beatty sends it deep. And Pine Creek gets control. Isaacs to Bishop on the side. Almost told ahead. Danny Cho back in the game for the Eagles. Okay, let's bring it back to Johnswald. Johnswald tries to send it forward. That is cut off by Peters. And then taken away by Hess. Hess quickly to Thaddeus Dewing. He's open on the wing. Cornejo running in there. He's got Hess as well coming inside. Dewing with a nice footwork. Still has control of that ball. A nice kicked away and a little bit of a shove there by Jones. Dewing brushes it off, gets right back up. Pushing it back. Sequist can't get control. The Cadets keep it. English wanted to push it to Dewing. Good job by Mitch Frost, but English keeps it. Good control by English. Nope, they're going to give it to the official talking to Thaddeus Dewing, and they're going to call a foul and give it back to Pine Creek.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Dewing, and Dewing when English were in the middle of it. We'll take a look right here. There's a little push right there by Dewing. That's what freed up English to get that ball down the near side, so Pine Creek takes over.
Not to ever defend a push, but he was pushed to play before. Dewing to Hess. Hess sends it up. Cornejo pushes it on the outside. This is Hooker. Hooker trying to keep control. Good job defensively, but they get it back to Cornejo. Great job defensively there by Nick Adams for the Eagles. They'll kick it out of here. Here's Sequist. Peters stolen away by Hooker. And now the Cadets going to take control of it. Big kick down by English, headed out of there by Jones. Peters sends it forward, but Johnswald steps in quickly and sends it right back. Schwenke on the side. There's a long ball inside, and Young right there for the easy save.
Yeah, he's had to make some difficult saves in this one. That one was an easy one in good position. Comes out, covers it up, and now he's going to push all his players forward, and then he'll just touch one up front to Jones.
Jones to Peters. Peters surveys the situation, trying to find that open field. Caden Bishop. Back to Peters. They'll keep it to Frost. And Pine Creek still going to be a little bit deliberate on offense. They're down 2 goals, but there is plenty of time. 27 minutes left in the second half here. Peters to Sequist. Nice push to Bishop, but Johnswald right there again. Now here's a fortunate bounce. Isaacs comes up with it, gets it to Bishop. Bishop tries to come around the corner, gets by, but Johnswald comes up with that ball and sends it out of there to Hooker. Hooker right on the line, comes away with it. A good job. He's got Dewing on the opposite side, tried to get it to him, but Frost quickly back defensively. And Air Academy just happy to keep this ball at the midfield point right now. And just play keep away when it's in the backside. Dewing. Nice touch. Sends it in there. He's got Cornell running. But Young comes out and plays it easily.
Well, and again, you see Air Academy, they're keeping their bodies back. They've got that 2-goal lead. As soon as they get it, they send it out wide to Dewing. He sends it deep and just trying to gain some real estate and run some time off of that clock now with 26 minutes left, up 2-0 Cadets.
Jones now sends the ball deep. He's got Bishop down there. Didn't get it deep enough. And the Cadets are going to continue to kick that ball Thaddeus Dewing's way. I see some candy down in the student section there, Dave. You want to run down?
I got some time. Yeah, let's go see what they have down there. Maybe a Kit Kat. I like the Kit Kats.
Oh, do you? Okay. Here's on the outside, Hooker again. He's already got a goal today. Abate is down there as well as Nick Adams, and they do a good job in getting that ball back for Pine Creek.
Well, he sure did, and the goalie coming out, putting his arm up in the air again, Young, just saying, hey, that ball went out of play. Blow the whistle. Let's get a goal kick out of this.
There's a good shot of the moon out here in Colorado Springs tonight. Beautiful night for soccer on an absolutely beautiful playing field. Brand new field here. There's a good look at it. Air Academy is Young puts this back into play. Sequist and Bishop working hard, trying to keep that ball for the Eagles. Sequist comes away with it, but man, they are just being hounded. Just wave after wave of Cadet defender at this point. Dewing has it stripped away by Frazier, and here's Frost. Frost thought about sending it into Bishop, but he'll back it up, and that's a good choice by Pine Creek. Let's take the time. Still 24.5 minutes left.
And this has been their game the whole night tonight. They've sent it back to Will Jones, and he takes his time, and there's still plenty of time left in this one.
Cho sends it forward, trying to get it to Bishop, and that's Trey Mossman over on the side there, number 7. Taken away, look at Abate. It's inside Bishop, but Johnswald is right there. Pine Creek continuing to hustle down here. Quickly up comes Frazier, gets it over to Frost. Frost going to take his time, might send this one in there. He does so, but that's an easy save for Beatty. As he had Bishop on the other side, I think he wanted him to cut. Looked up at him right there and said, Caden, man, just come.
Yeah,
that ball.
Didn't have a whole lot of options. He had a wing down to his left, a guy coming down the middle, but both were taken away by the defenders of Air Academy. Nowhere to go with it, so he just dumps it in on goal.
Will Jones now. There, Frazier sends it in there. Had Bishop inside. Couldn't get it to him. Here comes Sequist. Sequist with a little bit of room inside. Can he push it to the outside? Now sends it to the middle, and a nice job kicked out of there by Jeff Newbacher for the Cadets. As that was certainly some noise being made by Sequist.
Sure was. Good play by Newbacher, and boy, Sequist was just a man on a mission right there. When he got that ball on his foot, he just went straight down the middle of the field, went around a couple of blue jerseys, but a nice play by Newbacher to kick that ball out of play.
Do we have a card here? The official, we got a yellow card on Andrew Hess, I believe, or was it on Doing? I'm not sure. Hess is on his way out, so I believe it's on Andrew Hess. Not sure. Maybe it was a comment made. The officials quick to hold up the yellow card, and off goes Andrew Hess. So we've got a corner kick. Very few corner kicks tonight, but this is a corner kick for Frost. Mitch Frost, the senior defenseman for the Eagles. And you can see down inside, Pine Creek trying to get position in there. Trey Mossman is right inside the box. And into the game for the Cadets, Gavin Garrett Johnson, senior midfielder, comes in. Interesting setup here for Pine Creek. Frost sends it in, and that one's blocked right away by English and out of bounds. So not much doing on that corner kick, but they will retain possession. Sean Frazier comes over, but Frost wants it. Nope, Frazier is going to throw it in.
Well, based on that alignment, they wanted a ball that was up in the air, and English was standing right there, just made an easy block on that one, a ball that looked like they wanted it a little higher, try to get something going up into the box, and they just weren't able to do it.
Christian Sequist was a man on a mission last time. This time gets it taken away. English, nice play there, gets it forward to Thaddeus Dewing. Thad Dewing knocked out of bounds by Frazier. Cadets will keep it. Hess quickly back into the game after that yellow card. Pushes it forward. Again, kicked out by Frazier.
But with each of those touches, the Cadets gain about 10 yards. They keep moving it up the field. And again, with a 2-goal lead, that clock just keeps ticking in the favor of Air Academy.
Deuces were almost wild there. It was 22 minutes, but now we're under 22 minutes. Would this be the second half of the second half, Dave?
You're exactly right.
Okay.
Man.
Thanks. Pushing ahead. Here come the Cadets. Get by Jones. There's a kick and a nice job defensively by the Eagles, but they're going to get the foul on the inside on Jones. And it's going to be another free kick for the Cadets, and they have been dangerous tonight on these.
That was Gavin Garrett Johnson that just came into the game, and I think he was held on the play. That's what led to that foul that was called. Take a look at it right here. There's Gavin Garrett Johnson. Comes around. Maybe that's what the call was.
Well, look out for the Cadets. They have scored on 2 free kicks tonight. Can they make it 3? Hess looks like he's going to take it. Big wall in front of him there, and players ready to run netward. Shot, this one is blocked, but Hess gets it right back. This time lifts it inside, but the Eagles are right there to send it out. Quickly running Nick Appleton. Going to keep that ball in play and try and run it down, but Johnswald is there faster and gets it back to Beatty. But this is exactly what Pine Creek wanted. You go from a free kick on one end to being in scoring position. Now here's a quick run forward. Gavin Garrett Johnson right there, and a good job defensively again by the freshman. I'm really impressed by Nick Adams tonight for Pine Creek. Ben Corley told us he was a good player, good solid player as a freshman.
Yeah, they've gotten quality minutes from those freshmen, 5 of them on this varsity roster, and they're playing a lot. Adams started the game, a couple of guys that have come in and seen some quality minutes. And like you said, Brian, we know Air Academy has a good team, a great program, undefeated state champions last season, but this Pine Creek team, they've been very impressive. The way they've played, especially playing together as a team with so many new faces on this club.
And Pine Creek is a 5A team, Air Academy a 4A team. Not a lot of difference between those two levels here in Colorado. Look out. Quickly ahead, Appleton comes in. Beatty's right there, and Appleton tumbles over him, but what a great play by Thomas Beatty. Fantastic job coming out and playing that ball, as well as Johnswald back there.
Well, he certainly does. Here's a good look at that. Takes a lot of courage to go down when you've got 2 guys running at you full speed with cleats and shin guards and knees coming all at you, and Beatty goes down, covers it up, and keeps him out of danger.
Peters turns on this one. Eagles now, they keep putting that pressure on. Sequist tried to move it ahead to Peters. Couldn't get it. Cho now gets it to Sequist. Quick turn. Peters runs it down. Pine Creek's going to keep the pressure on. Sequist keeps trying to turn, and a great job by Hess so far and the rest of the Air Academy defenders as it's pushed goalward by Newbacher sent out by Beatty. Peters now running it down, and Pine Creek trying to change the side of the field. They do so. Trey Mossman to Sequist. Sequist lifts it for Mossman. Mossman is there, but so are 3 K-Hats. Johnswald sends it out.
Boy, good defenses. They just all collapse to the middle. 1 white jersey, 3 blues all around them.
Peters to Cho. Back on the outside. Cut off by Schwenke. Schwenke battles Sequist. And now Dylan Cornejo sends it up, trying to look for Thaddeus Doing, but Frazier's having none of it. Pine Creek got to get something going now if they can. But it's amazing how quickly momentum can change. If they happen to poke one in there, it's anybody's game.
Well, and they've had a couple of chances, too. I mean, they've gotten some balls in deep. There was one right off the face. Was that Hess?
Yes.
Hess took the Hess, yes.
Oh.
Get that one. Looks like he's okay.
He shook it off.
Whew.
That's for sure. And here comes Garrett Johnson. Gavin Garrett Johnson moving ahead. Quickly back is Adams. Tried to touch it over to Cornejo, and it's cut off by Pine Creek. Moved ahead by Caleb Dodge, who had a really good chance at a goal in the first half. Here comes Christian Sequist with a head on it. Runs in. Beatty's right there. I tell you, I'm impressed by Thomas Beatty. Not only just, he comes in, of course, he's a state champion goalkeeper, but he's just so cool and calm.
He really is. And, he just sets the tempo for him back there. And then he's also got a big leg, so he can change the field quickly. He does it all back there. He makes the saves. He's calling the shots. And then when he gets a chance to put a foot into it, he certainly can do that.
Doing on the far side. Sends it out. This is Schwenke. Gets by Cho. Nice push ahead. Look out. Here's Thaddeus Doing. Got it! Thad Doing, first goal of the year. Make it 3-0 Air Academy.
It was a matter of time for Thaddeus Doing, and as well as he can handle the ball, he dribbles it right through a bunch of white jerseys. We'll take a look at it right here. Just splits 3 guys, puts the right foot into it, sneaks it past Eli Young, who has had a good game on his own, but that time Thaddeus Doing, and you see him celebrating right there with his goalie, Thomas Beatty. A couple of seniors celebrating. Doing makes it 3-0.
And I think it was Schwenke who got the ball to him. If I could stand corrected, maybe our replay machine operator can look back on that for me. But if that's the case, then both Schwenke and Doing have a goal and an assist in this game.
Yeah, and both have combined on the last 2 goals. It was Schwenke that scored off of Doing's free kick. That was in the 50th minute, and then that one right there off the foot of Doing. You have to roll that back quite a ways to look at that assist, because Doing did all the heavy lifting and finished it off as well.
The Jimmy Kinch back in the game for Pine Creek, and up comes a Sean Frazier. Frazier sending it goalward, but Beatty right there. And it's verified. Aiden Schwenke with the assist for the Cadets. That ball is going to go wide, but Pine Creek keeps coming back. Nick Appleton. And I think the thing that Ben Corley's got to be happy with tonight, I know you're losing 3-0, but this team is literally, sounds like it's thrown together, because we mentioned coming in 16 players gone from last year's team. That's a lot.
It really is, and you're playing with a goalkeeper who played just 18 minutes all of last season, his first year as a starter. I thought he's played very well, and the two free kicks were the first 2 goals that were scored by Air Academy, and then a great play by Doing. That's how they've gotten their goals, but I think Pine Creek has looked pretty good tonight.
They certainly have. Carter Esterly gets it to a bait, and on the side, there's a ball sent in looking for Appleton. Frazier's down there. He'll go down. No call, and it'll be a goal kick for Air Academy.
Good look at Thomas Beatty, and he is just going to take his time with this one. He'll let his players get in position. No reason to rush as we approach 15 minutes left in this one.
Beatty sends it out of there. Doing, going to send it high. Cornejo, we're going to run it down. He's got Hooker with him down there. Frost, though, doing a great job defensively. Gets it to his teammate, who boots it out of there. Now Doing gets a head on it. The Cadets are going to try and play this one out. 14 and a half minutes, and don't you think for a second that the Cadets are going to relax a little bit against these Pine Creek Eagles. They want to make sure they don't give up a goal tonight. Frost goes down. Look out. Here's Hooker inside. Eli Young was on his guard, and the Eagles get it out of there. English brings it down. Now he'll send it right back inside. Will Jones tries to play it with his foot. Maybe ill-advised. There's a shot. It's going to be wide. That by Jeff Newbacher, the sophomore midfielder for the Cadets. 14 minutes now left in this one.
Good look there at Neubauer as he heads off. Substitution is made. Cameron Hooker comes back into the game.
Young plays it over to Frost. Frost and Jones have been playing it on this left side of the back most of the evening for the Eagles. See if they can't push it up the right side a little bit. Cut off and back in there. Schwenke looking for his second assist of the night. That gets inside, and another goal by guess who? Bad doing.
Doing from Schwenke. I guess we got to get used to saying that, but boy, nice play by Schwenke. Just the one touch right to the middle of the field. Doing pounces on it. 2 goals, an assist tonight for Doing, and he just dinks it right past the goaltender. Young came out to play him, but not a whole lot he could do on that one right there. Doing gets the goal. He scored the last 2 goals for the Cadets.
Now, I'm not the greatest soccer player in the world, but if I'm on the field for the Cadets, I'm going to do my best to push the ball towards that guy, number 7.
Absolutely. Yeah, you just give it to him and get out of the way. Boy, is he a good player. He can do it all. We've seen him play up in the air with his head, a couple of good head balls in the midfield. He plays out on the edge. He plays down the middle. There's a good look at 7 right there. 3 points on the night.
You know, it's funny. You'll read the paper tomorrow. You'll see Air Academy wins it by whatever score. It's 4-0 right now with 13 minutes left. And you'll look at the byline and you'll see that Doing has 2 goals and an assist. But, Dave, all that happened in the last, 8-9 minutes?
Well, and similar to last year's game, last year was a 6-0 Air Academy win. But as Ben Corley told us before the game, it was a better game than that. It was a tight game. It was 0-0 with about 30 minutes left in the game, and then a couple of mistakes by Pine Creek, and Air Academy capitalized, and a little bit of the same tonight. They've added a couple here in this second half.
Exactly, and we don't want to be homers for either one of these teams. They're both District 20 teams, but hats off to Ben Corley's squad. They've played better. They deserve a better outcome than a 4-0 score at this point.
Well, you're right. When people do look at the score tomorrow, like you said, they'll see what Thaddeus Doing did, but they're going to look and say, "Oh, geez, Air Academy blew them out." That was not the case. This is a pretty good pretty good soccer game. Hockey, soccer.
Same sort of scores in that game.
Yeah.
The Cadet faithful loving it because Matt Stoltenberg, a senior midfielder, is in the game now, number 16. Also in the game, Dylan Harley for the Cadets, number 17. And in the game, Alex Nolan for Pine Creek. He wears number 17 as well.
These 2 teams back in action next week with a couple of other big non-conference games. Air Academy playing Boulder, another 5A team. Boulder 14-2 last season. They went to the second round of the state tournament. In Pine Creek, they'll take on Castleview, another team that went to the second round of the 5A tournament. They'll play them on Tuesday.
And how about Espenhosen? They're not afraid to play anybody in Air Academy. In 4A, you come out of the box playing 2 very good 5A teams.
And then you come out and play 3 4A teams that all got to the final 8 last season with your next 3 games. So tough schedule coming up for both of these teams over the next few weeks.
Caleb Dodge could not chase that one down for Pine Creek. It'll be Cadet ball. And Beatty's going to get the goal kick. Send it over to Johnswald. We got a whistle. We have another sub coming in the game.
Beatty will set it back down. Good look at the senior keeper right there. Busy in the first half. He had 6 saves in the first half of this one. Not quite as active in the second half as Air Academy did a much better job in the midfield and have scored 3 goals in the second half.
Kinch gets that ball over to Dodge, and they'll be running on the outside. A misplayed ball by Pine Creek Adams over there. And the Cadets quickly up the field the other way. Schwenke again. This time goes down and gets the call. Aiden Schwenke, the goal and 2 assists tonight.
A couple of drawn fouls as well as he sets that one up right on the 20-yard line.
There's a kick inside, and Young's just going to let that one go. Take the extra ball. And Young will play this back into there as we are into the 8th of the game.
Could see Aiden Schwenke just kind of swings his arm at the air right there. He knew he wanted that ball to be on net. He had some bodies down low and sent it just wide of the cage.
Schwenke gets ahead on this one. Isaacs comes back with it. And Young is there to play it. Boy, Air Academy just will not call off the dogs. But, of course, it's players that don't get an opportunity to play too often that are out there trying to score a goal. Dylan Harley and Matt Stoltenberg. Now it comes ahead. Look at Doing, just kind of minding his own business in the middle of the field there. Gavin Garrett Johnson tried to chase it down. Kinch gets it. Pine Creek can't keep control of it on the sideline. And we've got another substitution. Back into the game for the Cadets is Passon. Andrew Passon. And out of the game is Doing. No, Doing is still in. My bad.
Matt Stoltenberg went off, so he just came in for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. But back into the game. Parker Sund is into the game as well for the Cadets as Passon. And now another player coming in as Andrew Hess will come out and Shelton Hooker takes his place.
A couple of new names that we've called, but a couple of guys that also started the game are still in good chance with a lot of those new players that don't get a chance to play a whole lot, especially with an Air Academy team that is in so many close games throughout the season. They get a chance here to get a few minutes.
Sent to the midfield by Young. Kinch tried to grab it, and he will get it back from Sequist. Nice push ahead there by Matt Abate, brother of Justin, who's played most of this game on the backside for the Eagles. That one's pushed out of bounds by Passon. Kinch. Oh, good ball handling, but then out of control a little bit by Carter Esterly. Tries to get it back, but the Cadets will keep this one. 7.5 minutes now, 4-0 Air Academy. I would say this is a good start to defending that 4A championship.
Well, absolutely. And you look back, I mean, again, last season, they won 20 games. They won 6 one-goal games. 10 of those wins came in games when they won by 3 or more goals, and that's the situation we have here. This Air Academy team, pretty comfortable in just about any situation over the last few years. Tight games that get a little out of hand. They've been pretty good in every situation.
Sean Frazier doing a good job there for the Eagles, keeping possession of that ball. Gets pushed around by Passon, but nothing doing. He kept possession. Get it into Esterly. This one's up. Look out. Dangerous situation there with Mr. Doing. And they'll give it to the Cadets. Or excuse me, the Eagles. Young will come out to play it. Eli Young, the junior goalkeeper.
Well, and despite those 4 goals he gave up tonight, I thought he's played a heck of a game. And we mentioned their starting goaltender last season. He graduated. Eli Young just came into 1 game last season in reserve, played 18 minutes, and I thought he's played a heck of a game, especially in that first half. He was under fire several times when Air Academy got out in transition, and Eli Young was there to make a pile of saves early in this game.
Mitch Frost with the throw in for the Eagles. Gets it into Kinch, trying to keep possession of it. And that foot was a little high, but they're going to give it to the Eagles. Saying he was pushed. Kinch was pushed, so it's going to be a free kick here for Frost. And you better believe the Eagles would love to get one between the pipes. Sequist, Esterly, and Frost talk about it. Sequist runs off. Esterly thinking about it. We'll see which one takes this kick. Frost waits for Sequist to get over there, and now he's going to lift it. Sends it goalward. Nice punch out by Beatty. Good job defensively there. Matt Abate runs it down. Nice move, sends it right back in, but Beatty is there. No Eagles running towards the ball.
Boy, and a good look at Thomas Beatty again. What a nice play. As he came up, there was traffic all around him. If those keepers go up and try to catch it, sometimes they're not able to in traffic. He just went up both fists, punched it out about 25 yards.
Kinch now. Back to Matt Abate, the sophomore. Justin is the senior of the Abate brothers. Frost and Frazier playing it back there as Jones is now out of this game. Getting a rest. A game well played for the Pine Creek defender. Hooker has it taken away by Matt Abate. He pushes it forward, trying to get it to Sequist. Air Academy pretty much playing back defensively now. They can do that the rest of the game if they so choose. Passon with the ball. In the middle, he's got runners. Nice job. Quick feet by Jackson Isaacs, who's been all over the place defensively for the Eagles as well.
Sure has, and that ball got down a little low. You could hear the Cadet student section come alive. They've been pretty quiet recently, but they got that ball down in the box, and student section came alive. And are we going to get a corner kick out of this, I believe?
Cameron Hooker is going to go over to take it, and we're going to have a goalie change for Pine Creek. And I believe that's Gabe Hull coming into the game for the Eagles. Taking over for Eli Young. Hooker sends this ball up high and out of play, across the end line. So Gabe Hull will have his first chance to put foot to ball here in this game.
Another one of those 5 freshmen on this Pine Creek varsity team. He'll get a few minutes, and coaches will get a look at him in game situations.
Got away by the Cadets. Parker Sund and Dylan Harley in there playing the ball for the Cadets. Kinch went down. Eagles get the ball. There's a touch ahead by Esterly. Maybe too quick for his teammates who weren't quite set up. Sean Frazier tries to get it. Kelton Hooker, couldn't control it as well. Frazier has to run that one down as the clock continues to wind down towards the end of this game. And the Cadet faithful start the "I believe that we will win" chant.
Might be pretty safe at this point, under 3 minutes left. Sometimes you hear that song a little too early sometimes.
Sometimes it's too early. Sometimes you hear it right at the beginning of the game. It's 0-0. And that's good because you're showing confidence in your team. But, yeah, you can pretty much have confidence now.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's one to Kinch. Kinch trying to run this one down. He's got some good feet. Still got it. Oh, tried to keep it alive, but a good block down there. And they're going to get the corner kick out of this one.
I think we have a goalie change as well for Air Academy. That looks like it's Addison Kane that has come in for Thomas Beatty.
Jimmy Kinch did a great job there, and Nick Adams is going to have the corner kick for the Eagles. And we'll see if the Cadets can keep them off the scoreboard. They got Sequist down there. Another taller player is Alex Nolan. And Carter Esterly. In it goes. It's on the ground. Esterly tried to get it. Nice block by Esterly, but it's again kicked out. Still alive for the Eagles. Nice job, Mitch Frost. He clears it and goes wide with the shot, just trying to make something happen. Sequist says, great job.
Yeah, it really was, and they did a nice job of just keeping that ball inside, trying to get anything in a good turn, good shot right there by Frost.
And into the game, Travis Ty Grant Jr., and here comes Sequist, got the goal, and Pine Creek's loving that one. Sequist ran it down. He wants the ball. They had just put in Travis Tygart Jr. in goal, and Pine Creek gets the goal. And there's a look at Travis Tygart Jr. He is a freshman. Too much pressure when Christian Sequist, a veteran player, running in on you.
Get a look at that right there. Sequist stepped in front of that pass, stole it, takes it in unassisted, and gets it in for the goal. First goal that Pine Creek has scored at Air Academy in 2 seasons.
Wow. Still 4-1 as we get to the final minute of play. Tigart stays in goal for the Cadettes as both teams trying to get some of their younger players some playing time. Eagles still playing it tough, but they're going to give it to Air Academy on the far side of the field. Time continuing to run. As you see on your screen there, we're down to 34, 33 seconds. Pine Creek trying to maybe get another one. Pushing it ahead to Carter Esterly. He keeps it alive and goes down. The ball's going to go across the end line, and they're going to – the official says no.
No, yeah. Not at this point in the game.
Goal kick.
Yeah.
So they'll give it to Travis Tigart. There's 7 as the crowd counts down. 5, 4. Well, you can hear him. And that is it. Tigart won't even put it in play, and that will be the way we end this first game. We hope you've enjoyed it here on 20 TV. The Air Academy Cadettes have now won 21 games in a row. They defeat the Pine Creek Eagles 4-1. That'll do it from Air Academy High School and the K-Dome. Our thanks to Rob Parrish directing this show tonight. Adam Drake, Adam Parker also in the truck, running the replay machine. Jason Carter, Tom Paul, and Marcus Gez on your cameras. For Dave Toller, I'm Brian German. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on 20 TV.